yes, yes, yes. Do you see me?
I can see you.
Good. All right.
Hey, how I sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Are y'all? You see me on the screen?
Got you on the screen.
Wonderful. Cheetah. Got audio too?
Got audio.
Okay. Yeah.
I might need your hotspot, Chris. Okay, thanks.
Yes, yes, yes. Did I remember, baby? Well, I found out that I can be myself, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Let me move this back a little bit here. Yeah. That I can be myself, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, man. Here. Yeah. So glad I can be myself. It really is good to know that I don't have to be nobody. I'm so glad I can be myself. I have peace because I don't have to be nobody. It feels so nice to be free. I can be myself. I can really be me. Yeah. I'm so glad I can be myself. I can be myself. Sure, it's good to know that I don't have to be nobody. Yeah. Woo! Well, I found out that I can be myself, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, yes, family. That I can be myself. Yeah. And I'm so glad. Yes. Found out I can be myself. And I'm so glad. My Hotep family. Ah, yes, it's my Hotep. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's a wonderful day. I'm excited today. And for all of you who are joining us live, it's just a wonderful day. And listen, before even getting into our program today, I'm excited because we have the elders from the African village in St. Louis with us today. So let me kind of, before going into our opening song of One More Time and all that, let's just bring them on the screen right quick along with Minister Herndon there. Let's see here. Model Tep, Minister Herndon.
Model Tep, Dr. Ray.
All right. How you doing today?
Gotcha.
All right. The elders.
Fantastic.
Okay. Are you? Do y'all see yourself on the screen?
We see us on the screen.
Okay, good. I want to personally say to the elders of the African village there in St. Louis who are gathered together, they're way more than 6 feet apart. They're really scattered out there. It's like they're almost the whole room apart. But to the elders who are joining us today from St. Louis, it's so good to see you guys. I've missed you. And hey, what can I tell you? I'm just glad to have you with us today. So we're going to get right into it. Of course, to all of you who are joining us online, it's so good to see you guys. And again, thank you for being on time. I'm soliciting your prayers today, particularly because I think I might have gotten about 10 minutes of sleep last night, preparing for today's message. And then when I did kind of get a nap and wake up, I had this sneezing attack. I do that every now and then, and just you know how you get sneezing attacks right behind another, and it's like, oh God, how can I stop this? But here we are. Nonetheless, we're going to do the best we can. And but let's get ready to open up with one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. Once again, Minister, today. Thank you for Priscilla and others who made this happen so we can get our elders in with us. And I'm very happy about that. Okay. So family, let me go back to our regular audience here as well. And hey man, let's all bring ourselves together as we sing one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. And hey, yeah, let's just all do this. All right? Yeah, buddy. Come on, everybody. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. Yeah. God allowed us to come together. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. Yeah. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah. to praise his name, to praise his name. God allowed us to come together to praise his name, to praise his name, to praise his name. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come to sing our song, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together to sing our song, sing our song, yeah, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah. Now put those hands together to clap our hands, everybody, come on. To clap our hands. God allowed us to come together to clap our hands. To clap our hands. To clap our hands. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together. Everybody say one more time. Just one more time. God allowed us to come together. One more. Yeah. One more time. Oh, yeah. One more time. Oh, God allowed us. God allowed us, yeah, to come together one more time. Yeah. God allowed us, yeah. Just to praise his name. God allowed us, yeah, yeah. You've been so good and kind. God allowed us, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, he did. God allowed us, yeah. God allowed us to come together one more. Yeah, boy, one more time, one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time, and I'm so excited about that, family, and I pray that you are as well. To all of you who are joining us from wherever you are on this planet, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us right here for our online Njia Fellowship of the African Village. I'm Dr. Ray Hagins. I'm Brother Ray, your teacher, your spiritual friend and leader. And hey, man, we're just going to have a wonderful time today. Y'all, listen, I'm so excited. I'm really excited today because, oh my goodness, man, we have the elders with us from the African Village there in St. Louis, okay? And, you know, before going into our song of Lift Every Voice and Sing, I'm going to bring that screen back up for you. And Minister Herndon is hosting there with the live stream from St. Louis. And, man, let's see if I can get her back there. Where are you here, man? I got your mic muted. Okay. I'm trying to get you up here. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong icon. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who don't know Minister Herndon face to face, there she is. Okay. And you've seen her helping me every week by posting words and what have you on the screen. And so here she is with us today. And of course, they made it possible for our elders who are not, who don't have the proper technology to come into their homes, so they could gather together today at the African Village in St. Louis. So, Minister Herndon, if you would just kind of go with your phone, because that's what you're on. That's what you're on now, right? Your phone. Oh, you're sitting in front of the computer. I don't hear. Oh, you know what? Your mic is muted. You can unmute your mic so I can hear what you're saying.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sitting here in front of the computer.
Okay. All right. I was wanted to go around and to introduce our elders. But that's okay. We can do it another time. Okay, let me see. We have Elder Comey White with us today. And okay, and of course we can't see him. He's back there somewhere. Okay, we have Harry Williams today. Okay, and let's see. We have our Elder Robert Lee with us. Is our Queen Mother there today?
No, not today.
She's not with us. Okay. We have our Elder. Oh my goodness! I'm trying to see who all is there. Help me with that.
So you've got Elder Sylvester Jones. You've got Brother Pugh that's here. Elder Comey White. You have Elder Ari
Williams.
Yes. So the elders are here in the house.
Okay.
Elder Magwood.
Elder Magwood. Elder Darcy Magwood. Okay.
Elder Magwood.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Says Queen Priscilla. When I say Queen Priscilla has been, she's been so awesome in coordinating everything today to make sure we took our temperatures coming in. We have our masks. We have hand sanitizer. She's been the best. She's the queen.
All right. Awesome. Well, once again, to our elders, not only in St. Louis, but all of our elders in the African village, our elders in Memphis, our elders in New York, African village. In fact, I'm going to mute the mic again because I'm getting a loop back here, Minister Herndon. Okay. You mute the mic. Okay, there you go. To all of our elders, thank you for being who you are. As I always say to you guys, I have missed you guys so much because of this pandemic. So again, to Queen Priscilla for making this happen, Minister Herndon, y'all doing this part of bringing this together. Thank you so much, Asante Sana. It makes me feel good to be able to see the elders there, and just seeing the inside of the African village there in St. Louis. It just makes me feel good today. So thank you guys so very, very much. Okay. Well, we're going to proceed with our program. And we're going to do our song of Lift Every Voice and Sing. All right. And come on and join in with us, everyone, as we lift our voices. We sing our anthem. Oh, we didn't do the oath to the ancestors, did we? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that instead. And then we'll do Lift Every Voice and Sing. All right. Yeah. And of course we do this. A lot of people say, y'all pray to the ancestors. No, we don't pray to the ancestors. Okay. But we acknowledge our ancestors. We honor our ancestors, their life, their deeds, their legacy. All right. So let's join in today and say this with the brothers. African ancestors, it is to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. O ancestors, we call upon you and welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. O ancestors, who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world would not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors, who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave music to the world. Our African ancestors, yes, who gave the sciences to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave mathematics to the world, yes. Our African ancestors, who gave medicine to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave philosophy to the world, yeah. Our African ancestors, who gave God consciousness to the world. O ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and let our enemies be scattered, and give us the wisdom and the boldness to deal with our oppressors and those who would hinder the liberation and empowerment of our people. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us. And we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to respect you. We will not fail to hear you and we will not betray you. Ashe, Yebo.
And now, brothers and sisters, we want to take the time to honor just a
Yes.
few of the
Yes,
great
yes,
Africans
yes.
who have gone ahead of us.
Yes.
We call forth their great African names and honor them. To Pharaoh's Narmer, Zoja, Sneferu,
Yes.
Khufu, Khafre, Menkaure, and the great vizier and physician and multi-genius Imhotep, we say
Ashe.
To Queen Nitocris, Queen Sobek Neferu, Queen Ahotep, Queen Amos Nefertari, Queen King Hatshepsut, Nefertiti, Queen T, and Queen Nefertari II, we say
Ashe.
To Menkepen Tahuti Mays, known as Thutmose III, Amenhotep III,
Yes.
Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, Ursama Ra, Setepenra, Rametsu Meriamun, Ramses II, Shabaka, Taharka, Hannibal, and the great African warrior Shaka Zulu, we say
Ashe. Yes.
To all of the kings, queens, priests, and warriors of Nubia, Waset,
yes.
Ethiopia, Kemet, Kenya, the Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, Central, South, and West Alkebulan, we say
Ashe.
To the more than 600 million Africans whose lives were lost in the European invasions of Africa and in the Middle Passage, we say Ashe. To the more than 300 million who have since lost their lives to racism and hate crimes,
Yes.
we say
Ashe.
To Harriet Tubman,
Ashe.
Frederick Douglass,
Ashe.
Mary McLeod Bethune,
Ashe.
Nat Turner,
Ashe.
Fannie Lou Hamer,
Ashe.
Sojourner Truth,
Ashe.
Carter G. Woodson,
Ashe.
Booker T. Washington,
Ashe.
Dr. Charles Drew,
Ashe.
Noble Drew Ali,
Ashe.
Benjamin Banneker,
Ashe.
George Washington Carver,
Ashe.
Bishop Richard Allen,
Ashe.
Bishop Charles Harrison Mason,
Ashe.
Howard Thurman,
Ashe.
Mother Mahalia Jackson,
Ashe.
the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey,
Ashe.
Benjamin E. Mays,
Ashe.
Langston Hughes,
Ashe.
Edgar Evans,
Ashe.
Paul Robeson,
Ashe.
Dr. Martin Luther King,
Ashe.
Malcolm X,
Ashe.
Thurgood Marshall,
Ashe.
Mother Clara Hale,
Ashe.
Adam Clayton Powell,
Ashe.
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Ashe.
Dr. Amos Wilson,
Ashe.
Dr. John Henrik Clark,
Ashe.
Dr. John G. Johnson,
Ashe.
Dr. Shikanta Diop,
Ashe.
Dr. Chancellor Williams,
Ashe.
Dr. George G. M. James,
Ashe.
Patrice Lumumba,
Ashe.
Kwame Ture,
Ashe.
Kwame Nkrumah,
Ashe.
Dr. Khalid Muhammad,
Ashe.
Dr. Jacob Carruthers,
Ashe.
Dr. Ishaka Musa Badashango,
Ashe.
Brother Ray Charles,
Ashe.
to our mothers and fathers,
Ashe.
our grandmothers and grandfathers,
Ashe.
to our great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers,
Ashe.
our brothers and sisters,
Ashe.
sons and daughters,
Ashe.
aunts and uncles,
Ashe.
nieces, nephews, cousins,
Ashe.
and all those who have gone ahead of us
Yes.
and have made their
Dr.
ancestral
Benyakinen.
transition to
Dr.
their life,
Asa Hilliard.
deeds, legacy, and contributions.
Yes.
We say
Ashe.
Ashe. Again we say
Ashe.
Again we say
Ashe. Oh, yes. Come on and join in with us as we sing Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allah. Ah, yes. Allahu Akbar. God is great and he's worthy to be praised. And I say hallelujah. God is great and he's worthy to be praised. Yeah, 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 yeah. I say hallelujah. So God make us one. God make us one. We all should be one. And yes, unbelievers will come and say you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come
and say you are with
Allah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Allah. Oh my goodness, family. Once again, I greet you with the words of the ancient Kemetic tongue of saying Ma'at Hotep, which means I greet you with truth and peace. I am Dr. Ray Hagins, Chief Elder and Spiritual Teacher of the African Village. And once again, brothers and sisters, I'm so glad to have you with us today. I'm excited. Oh, yeah, I'm excited today. And again, I solicit your prayers. Slightly congested today because I only got a few minutes of sleep, actually, preparing for today's teaching. I was up all night and I've suffered with hay fever all my life. And every now and then when I wake up, I go through these sneezing attacks. So if I sound a little congested, that's what it is. Okay. I didn't get much sleep. So after the teaching today, I guess you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to knock myself out. I'm going to, yeah, man, I'll be right back in bed to catch up on the rest I did not get last night. But once again, family, and this is before we sing our national anthem, I'm so happy to have with us today the elders of the African Village there in St. Louis. Okay, our sisters there, Queen Prissy and Minister Herndon, handled the technology to make it possible for them to log on and join us today. And I see that they're off the screen, so I can't bring them back up right now. Okay, I hope they didn't lose the connection. I hope they can still see me there. Okay, but nonetheless, I'm glad that we're able to stream there so that they can join in with us. Okay, again, to our elders there in St. Louis, as I always say every week, I honor you guys. I thank the Almighty for you. Thank you for being my jet pillar and the backbone of Brother Ray there and helping us to carry this message of African liberation on. To all of our elders, okay, in the African villages there in Youngstown, Ohio, which was the first African village that we gave birth to after being in existence for 9 years. To our elders and brothers and sisters of the African village of New York City. To our elders, the brothers and sisters there, the African village in Memphis, Tennessee. To our elders and brothers and sisters there in Chicago, Illinois, and Detroit, Michigan, in Charleston, South Carolina, in Kansas City. Oh, man, it's just so good to have all of you guys with us. To our brothers and sisters who are supporters there in Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, about to open African Village there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I see you guys logging on and letting us know where you're from. Thank you so much. To our family down in Florida. Oh, man, it's just wonderful to have all of us come together as we are. Okay, listen, let's proceed and get right into singing our national anthem. Lift every voice and sing, okay, till earth and heaven ring. And usually our elder Comey White leads this for us, but he's not here to lead it, but he's in St. Louis, okay? Come on, everybody, lift your voice with me and sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith, the dark past has called us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. They sing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory, yeah, is won. Stony the road we trod. Come on. Stony the road we trod. Bitter the chastening rod. Felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way. We have come over a way that the tears have been worn. Yes, and we have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughter. Out from the gloomy past, yes, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path. We pray, lest our feet stray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee, shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land, true to our God, true to our native land, yeah, true to our God, true to our native land. Yebo, yebo, yebo. Oh, family, I'll tell you. Once again, I welcome you to our Njia online fellowship for the African Village. I am Brother Ray Hagins, and I see all of you guys who have joined in with us here from Philadelphia, Houston, Texas. Trinidad is with us in the house. Canada is in the house. Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Oh, my goodness, man. Florida is in the house. I see all of you guys. I see all of you. And to the brothers and sisters from the African Village, again, they're in St. Louis. Welcome. They did get kicked offline, so I'm hoping they're able to restore that today. Okay, and oh my goodness, man, I'm so happy to have the elders with us today. And from what I understand, they did get kicked off of the offline, and whatever we have to do to see to it that we solve that problem. I hate that they would come all the way together and not be able to watch. Okay, so hopefully we will solve that problem this week so that it doesn't happen again. All right. Once again, family, look at all you guys. Look at me. I see you guys logging on here. This is wonderful. Yeah, I see your message, Minister Herndon, that you're there on Facebook. wonderful. And I wish you could connect that to, but that's okay. We'll solve that problem this week, so we'll be smooth running for next week. There's always some kinks we're trying to get out of what we're doing, you know. But hey, what can I tell you? I see those of you who are in the message room there. Okay. Oh, I see Priscilla said we're back. Okay. And Minister Ernest said I can see you. Can you guys see me on the screen there? Okay, because I'm not getting you on the screen here. Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Technology I'm trying to do too. I'm not good at multitasking, y'all. So just bear with me here, okay? Once again, family, I welcome you and thank you for being on time. I see our numbers are growing every week. I'm excited about that. Okay, good. Thank you, Priscilla, that you guys can see me. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Well, listen, let's get ready for the teaching today. Okay. To those of you who have seen my Facebook page, the post that I did for today. And again, forgive me for sniffling. I'm a little congested here. I didn't get much sleep last night, and then I had a sneezing attack. I'm good. I'm good. You know, as far as my immune system, it's just that I have hay fever. I've had it all my life, and I used to have it real bad as a little boy. You know, I'd wake up, eyes are all swollen and puffy like they might be right now, you know, and but today I just had this sneezing attack, man. I just couldn't stop sneezing, you know. And like I said, I go through that periodically when I don't get enough rest, you know. So I'm going to still try to, of course, get through this today. And hey, man, let's do what we do right here, okay? And that is get ready for the teaching. I don't know how many of you saw my post for today and that I put on Facebook, getting ready for today's teaching. But of course, today's teaching is entitled, "Has God Forgotten Our Children?" And I want to deal with this today, okay? And of course, the picture that I put on my Facebook page was a picture of a group of young Black males. And all of them are young homosexuals, you know. And one brother wrote back when I posted the picture how sickening it was to see such a picture, you know. And I wrote back to him, "You think this is sickening? All right. Wait till you see it live and in person." You know, our young people who are just wayward, man, because of we failed them. You know, has God forgotten our children? Well, before getting into the teaching for today, let's do what we always do. Let's make a circle like this, okay? Repeat after me. The space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted right here within this circle. I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within the circumference of my awareness. Did you get that, family? I always start my teachings off like that because I know that as a teacher, I'm going to say something that you're not used to hearing or that you don't know. All right, which means that you probably have a problem with it. It may rub you wrong, okay? Especially today's message. It may rub you just a little wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It simply means that you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? So I always start my teaching off like that to prepare you, okay, to do some learning today, all right? Why do I do what I do? As I tell you every week, the purpose of my teaching. Why do I teach? So I can begin the process of undoing and reversing ideas and concepts that have been programmed into the minds of our people that have caused us to adopt a cognitive reality that has resulted in our loss of contact with what is real. It has resulted in our loss of contact with what is factual. It has resulted in our loss of contact with what is historical and what's spiritual. Okay? Because of the programming that we've been given. So today, again, the subject today is, has God forgotten our children? Okay, and people are texting me, letting me know that they can hear. And let me turn this down so you guys don't keep hearing that ding here. Okay. Has God forgotten our children? And again, forgive my congestion. Had a sneezing attack, and I won't keep saying it, but I don't want you guys to become alarmed. I'm doing fine. Okay, just had a sneezing attack this morning. All right. Again, the subject is, has God forgotten our children? Has God forgotten our? Now you may say, well, Brother Ray, what kind of question is that? Has God forgotten our children? I'm saying that because I was sharing with a brother what I'm going to talk about today. And of course, he's a minister, right? So he said, man, what kind of question is that? Is God forgotten our children? Don't you know who God is? God is omniscient. God, how can an omniscient God forget anything? Well, the reason why I asked that question is because of our programming. Okay, and the biblical text actually says, and we're going to read that text, and you'll see why I said that. But the brother said to me, don't you know the Bible says Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they're precious in the sight. Y'all might remember that song, right? Jesus loved the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Well, guess what, y'all? The Bible does not say that. Okay? Bible does not say that. No, the Bible says no such thing. We sing songs that we were taught in Sunday school, like Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Bad news for you. Got news. The Bible doesn't say that. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. The Bible does not say that Jesus loves you. For the Bible tells me so. No, it doesn't. And it's so sad, family, that much of what we believe comes from Sunday school songs, not from the scriptures themselves. Now, I agree, because we're talking about an omniscient being, okay, who knows all and stands outside of space and time and looks at all eternity like you and I would look at a dot on a page. So how can God forget anything? Okay. However, there is a verse in the Bible, yes, in which God supposedly, now notice how I said that, right? In which God supposedly says that he would forget our children. And it says it in Hosea 4:6. Okay, it says these words, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Now, here's some of y'all out there that's real deep. Brother Ray, why are you quoting the Bible? Why you know the Bible is not really the word of God? I'm quoting the Bible because that's where our people are. And as a teacher, you have to go to where your people are, okay, and teach them, educate them properly, give them the right knowledge that they need, okay, to come to where they ought to be. So since the masses of our people are stuck in this literature called the biblical text, I'm quoting and using that as a springboard today. Again, it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because, and then it goes on to say, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. You won't be a priest to me. And notice this last part of the verse. It says, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. And of course, that's the King James translation. Let me interpret this whole thing for you. The interpretation of this verse would be, my people are ruined because they don't know what's right or true. And why don't they know what's right or true? Because you priests have turned your back on knowledge. You teachers, so-called teachers, have turned your back on knowledge. And because you've turned your back on knowledge, priests and teachers, I have turned my back on you. And it goes on to say, because you refuse to recognize the truth of God, I'm no longer recognizing your children. Wow. Did you get that? Because you refuse, because thou hast rejected knowledge. In other words, you have chosen to reject the truth. You've chosen to reject knowledge. And because you've chosen to reject knowledge, I will forget your children. Now, brothers and sisters, understand something. Again, did God actually say that? No. Okay. But the biblical literature says that God says that. Okay. And we think that God said it because we were taught that the Bible is the word of God. However, this verse is true based on principle. Follow what I'm saying here. This verse is simply saying that actions have consequences. That's all that verse is really saying. Every action has a consequence. Okay? In fact, the Bible also states, it's in Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, verses 6 and 7. And I'm sorry, Minister, I didn't get these verses to you in time so you could put them in the comment section. Deuteronomy 6th chapter, verses 6 and 7, the Bible states that God said. Notice how I said that. The Bible states that God said. See, that's what religion is all about, family. Religion is about making people think that God said a certain thing about a certain thing. That's the control mechanism of religion. Okay? But in Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, verse 6 and 7, I'd like to use this as a platform to spring from today. The Bible states that God said, and notice again how I'm saying that. The Bible states that God said, and I quote, "These words that I command you this day shall be in your heart." Okay? It goes on to say, "You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up." In other words, it's saying, see to it that you teach the truth to your children. See to it that you teach the truth to your children. I believe it was last week I taught on the teachings of Njia, or a week before. And one of the teachings of Njia is, if the teacher teaches what is false, the student will result in enslavement. The student will result in destruction if the teacher teaches what is false. But if the teacher teaches what is true, the student will result in empowerment and liberation. So when the text says here, "I will forget thy children," the word forget is coming from the word shakak. Okay? Shakak, spelled Shakhak. And shakak means to leave someone to the consequences of their actions. So that's what the word forget means. I will forget thy children. In other words, I will leave your children to the consequences of their actions. And look at our young people's actions today. That's why I posted that picture on my Facebook page, man. Okay, look at the actions of our young people. How did they get like that? A few weeks ago, I posted the same picture and I asked the question, whose fault is this? And a lot of y'all started saying, well, it's the father's fault that our young males are turning out to be practicing homosexuality. I don't want to say gay because there's nothing gay about it. All right? And I don't want to use the word we used to use years ago because it sounds so offensive, and I'm not trying to attack those who practice homosexuality. However, I will say that it is unnatural. It is against nature. Okay? And when you violate nature, there are consequences to it, family. So it says, I will forget thy children. In other words, I will leave your children to the consequences of their actions. I remember some years ago in my hometown, I approached a mother whose child, young boy, was demonstrating or manifesting certain effeminate tendencies as a child, right? And not only that, but this mother was allowing her child to be in the company of openly practicing homosexuals. Notice I didn't say openly gay, again, because there's nothing gay about that, all right? And she allowed her child to be around, in the music arena of the church, and y'all know how that is, right? I mean, my goodness, even when I was a boy, I became the state minister of music for New Jersey Churches of God in Christ at 14 years old. And I remember going to my mom one day and saying, Mom, I don't want to play the organ anymore. And she said, why not? I said, because look like all of the other musicians are, again, the word at that time was Faggot that we used, right? And I said, I don't want to be associated with that. I mean, all of them switching around here, acting, and you're looking at each other, winking at each other, and I'm going to end up hurting somebody, okay? And in fact, I still have scars on my body right now to remind me of how I reacted when I was approached by one. And it didn't turn out pretty at all, okay? But this particular mother, I told her, watch your son, okay? I'm telling you what I see in my spirit and what I see with my eyes, okay? Watch who your son is around. And I even named, okay, to this mother, some of the bad influences that her young child was around. And this mother had the audacity to say to me, mind your own business. I said, okay, I'm trying to tell you. Well, now, needless to say, here it is several decades later. Okay, that little boy is now a grown man who's a practicing homosexual. You see? Okay. And not only that, but he's a practicing homosexual singing for Jesus Christ in the church. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Again, what does it mean to forget? I will forget thy children. It means I will leave them to the consequences of their actions. Or why are our young people engaging in the actions that they're engaging in? Parents, because we have not taught them properly. And of course, when I'm saying we, I mean our generation, okay? We have disappointed our younger oncoming generation, just like the generation before me disappointed us. They didn't teach us the truth. My parents loved me, but they didn't teach us the truth. They taught us doctrine. They programmed us. And I'm so thankful to God, man, that God and the ancestors reached down and rescued some of us from that lie so that we could be teachers and ma'akarus, teachers of truth, to rescue those of you who are hung up in the lie. You follow me? I remember a young brother in church that I used to pastor in New Jersey when I was preaching the program of Christianity. Good brother. Okay. In fact, he started our NA program there. And he came to me one day and said, Doc, I want to take you to lunch. I need to talk to you about some things, right? I said, okay, brother. Took me to lunch. And while we're sitting there eating lunch, he let me know that he was dying. He had contracted AIDS and he was dying. And he wanted to let me know. I felt so bad for the brother because he was a good brother, you know. And then he confessed to me how this happened, the lifestyle that he was living, which I had no idea. You know, I had no idea. He carried himself in such a dynamic brother, such a dynamic brother, you know. And for him to confess, you know, to me, he had practiced, you know, homosexuality. He had contracted AIDS, and as a result, he was about to lose his life. Again, I will forget thy children because you have not, you know, remembered the law of thy God. You see, when you abandon the law of nature, the neteru, when you abandon the law of nature, there are consequences that go along with that, family. You know, I had a preacher say to me a few weeks ago, you know, brother, you and I don't agree when it comes to the LGBTQ thing, you know. And I said, well, brother, we're not going to agree on that. I'm telling you now, okay, unless you agree with me that it should not be practiced, you know. And I know I'm talking what's not popular. Okay, I don't care about that, y'all. I'm not interested in talking about what's popular. I'm not that person. I'm not trying to be popular. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Okay? Folks say, man, don't you know you can lose your 501c3 status? I don't give a cheesecake about that. I care about saving the lives of my people. Okay? And this whole stuff about you lose your 501c3 status if you teach the truth, I haven't lost mine. Hard as I be coming, you know, I wish they would try some stuff like that. Okay? Yeah. I'm not worried about pleasing the government. You know, you gotta, there's a standard, man, that has to be upheld here. You understand how this goes? Okay? We are losing our children, and not just to homosexuality, but we're losing our children to violence, gang violence. Okay? Just this week, a young man that I know from my hometown shot and killed. When is it going to stop? I saw them. When they informed me, I said, "Where are the protesters? Where's Black Lives Matter?" Not a word. You know why? Because a young black man shot and killed another young black man. So there's no need to protest, right? Wrong. Yeah, we need to be protesting that. We only get upset when a white man or a white cop kills a black young man or unarmed black. Come on, y'all. We got to stop this. What we see taking place is the consequences of actions. That's what it means when it says, I will forget thy children. In other words, I will shakak. I will leave them to the consequences of their actions. I'm reminded how I went to see a sister who was dying from AIDS. And she said to me, Elder Hagins, why did this happen to me? And I had to be straightforward with her. I said, sister, you are dealing with the consequences of your actions. You knew when you married your husband that he was a practicing homosexual. You knew that. Okay? This is the consequences. And again, family, I don't mean to sound insensitive. Okay? I don't mean to be insensitive, but I got to tell you like it is. Elder Hagins, I thought I could change him. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. I thought I could change him. Come on, people. Your intuition tells you. You know, the husband passed away. She passed away. There are others out there who probably listening to me right now that can relate to what I'm saying. Your intuition, your spirit told you, no, don't do that. And you didn't obey the voice of God in you. And now you're dealing with the consequences of your disobedience. That's what it means when it says, I will forget thy children. Okay? Not just the children, the principle here. When you violate the laws of nature, there are consequences. That's all that verse is saying. Many of our parents, to a large degree, have fallen by the wayside in teaching the principles of ma'at. to our children. Okay? We have work to do, man. Our children are watching us. Has God forgotten our children? God can't forget in the sense of our English vocabulary using the word forget. But in the biblical sense of the term forget, again, it comes from the word shakak, which means I will leave them to the consequences of their actions. That's what the word forget means in that verse. And that's what's happening. Look at our young people today. And don't get me wrong, there's still some good young people out there, okay? But the good young people are a growing minority that will never have government approval. The programs that's going on in our society today are programs that's geared for the destruction of our oncoming generation. I was trying to share, trying to help a young, it's amazing how people want to defend their unnatural behavior. They want to defend it. They know it's not right. They know it's against nature, but they want to defend it, And here are those young people who are trying to do the right thing, but they're not getting the proper support that they need, okay, to help them take the stand that they should take. Because we have people in government positions who are advocating unnatural behavior. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Look at our young people, man, walking down the street, not on the sidewalk, young people half dressed, naked from the waist up, walking down the middle of the street and dare you to say something to them. I just went through that a couple of weeks ago. Okay? I saw a young black male. I'm not going to say young black man. I'm saying a young black male. Okay, to be sure. He walking down the street naked from the waist up. And I said, I pulled my car over. I said, young brother. I said, man, do you realize what appearance you're giving? Okay. We already say that we're being profiled, but we're giving them grounds to profile us by profiling ourselves. You get the picture? So I'm trying to educate this young brother on how to survive and navigate in these streets. He looks at me and he says, you need to mind your own business. Here I am, an elder, trying to help our young males. You need to mind your own business. You follow what I'm saying? Okay? Walking down the street, underwear showing. The waistband of his pants was actually below his belt. Below his butt. That's what I meant to say. That's how far down his pants were. And then he had the audacity to look at me with a look of arrogance. He wasn't my son, so I couldn't correct him like I wanted to correct him. Okay? Look at our young people. Drive-by shootings. Schools being shot up. Drugs, gang violence, sexual degeneracy. Do you not know that programs are being implemented now? Follow what I'm saying here, right? Programs are being implemented now to actually build nurseries for babies in our high schools so that the mothers of these babies can still go to school. Yes, ain't that deep? You know what kind of message that sends to our young people? That's telling our young people who are still children themselves that it's okay to have children while you're a child, because we're going to provide conveniences for you. You see, building nurseries in our high schools for our children. For the babies of our children who are still in school. Teenage abortion. negative energy music. Okay, and we want to know why our young people are turning out the way they are. You know, we're putting them down and attacking them. In fact, I think I had it posted on the marquee outside of the African villages in St. Louis. You know, when you think about, when you look at the condition of our children, think about who raised them. Okay? Yeah. Think about who raised them. Our young people are turning out the way they are because they have not been taught the truth. Now, don't get me wrong. They've been taught. They just haven't been taught the truth. You see? They've been given a program of religious indoctrination that results into the behavior that they, I mean, come on, doggone it. How do you expect our children to turn out? You know, don't get upset with our children who you see, like I posted on my Facebook page, you know, young males practicing homosexuality. Don't get upset with them when their religious leaders are openly practicing homosexuality and advocating it from the pulpit and allowing it to be manifested in the music departments and the choir stands of our churches. Don't get upset with our young people for having gangs, okay, when they're following our examples, okay, in religion. Oh, yeah. Some of y'all belong to a gang called the Baptist Church. Others of y'all belong to a gang called the Pentecostal Church. Others of y'all belong to a gang called the United Methodist Church. Some of y'all belong to a gang called the Episcopal Church or the Lutheran Church. Okay? All of these gangs, we use the word denominations. What denomination do you belong to? What, you know, and come on, family. Don't you see what we're doing to our oncoming generations by the example that we're setting? Okay? When you have a female pastor who's a lesbian, how do you expect our young girls? What example are you providing for them? When you have a male pastor who's a homosexual, they have several pastors here in Atlanta. Instead of having a first lady, they have a first gentleman. Our young people have not been taught the truth. In fact, they've been taught against the truth. Our children are suffering the consequences of actions that are the outgrowth of false belief systems and programming. And when they do what they do, there are consequences. So it's not that God has forgotten in the sense of Webster's dictionary of meaning of the word forgotten. It's in the perspective of the etymological sense of the word forget, again, which is the word shakak, S-H-A-K-H-A-K, which means to leave people to the consequences of their actions. That's what we're dealing with here, y'all. Okay? That's what we're dealing with here, man. You know, so we have to, what's the song that came out? Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes put out some years ago. Wake up, everybody. What was no more sleeping in bed, no more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. Right? Then there was a verse that said, wake up, everybody, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. But they're the ones who's coming up. The world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. You see, our young people are the ones that's going to be running things in the next few years. They're running things now. But if they haven't been taught the truth, what do you expect them to do? They cannot help but engage in behavior that's going to result in negative consequences that's going to result in their early demise. Our young people are killing each other because of how they've been taught. I hope this is making sense, y'all. So yes, in the etymological sense of the word forget, God has left not only our children, but all of us to the consequences of our actions. And not just young people are engaged in bad actions. Adults, you are too. Okay? And there are consequences to those actions. I feel led to share this. Listen, y'all, there are people out there who have done some things that they have not experienced the consequences to yet. The consequences are coming. Okay? It's just that God has been merciful. God has been patient. God has been kind and kind of held back those consequences. Okay? Y'all ever hear the phrase, you reap what you sow? Okay? And folks say, well, you know, be not, what is that? God. The God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Well, I have to I don't agree with that. I don't agree with whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Okay. Let me transliterate that. Let me give it interpret that to where it's just more actual or factual. Okay. To say whatsoever a person soweth, the nature of what they sowed, you will reap from that. Now, the reason why I don't agree with the phrase whatever you reap what you sow, because the truth of the matter is you reap more than you sow. Any farmer will tell you that. Okay? If you plant a seed, okay, you can plant a peach pit about that big, right? And the tree that you get from that pit is way bigger than the seed itself. So you reap more, a whole lot more than what you sow. All right? And when we don't teach the truth to our oncoming generations, and they engage in actions that are allowed because of the lies that were taught to them. Understand what I'm saying, man? You know, when oh boy, when our people are taught by word or by example, okay, that's okay to do certain things because God's grace is going to see you through it. It's going to override it. God's grace is going to supersede what you did and just that's wrong teaching. See, that's Pauline. That's the teachings of Paul. Get my DVD, The False Teachings of the Apostle Paul, which says a man is justified by faith and not by keeping the works of the law, not by doing the will of God, not by doing the law, not by living by ma'at. You see? If you read the 42 actually it's 147 declarations of ma'at. I have not done this. I will not do this. I will not do this. I will not do that. I will not do this. You know, and then you say at the end of the day, I have not done this. I have not done such and such. Okay, you know, if you remove those guidelines for living, that's why I taught on the teachings of Njia last week, the 65 teachings of Njia, to give us a guideline for righteous living, to give us a guideline for productive living. If you remove those guidelines, okay, you take away the standard of uprightness. You take away the standard of truth and justice. If you remove that from our people, and leave them to the wickedness of the programming that we were given, the consequences cannot be anything else but destructive. So again, the teaching today, no, God has not forgotten our children, but you can say that God has left our children and our let's just say our people, period. God leaves people to the consequences of their actions. That's what the word forget means. When you teach that to the young people, when they're made to understand that their actions has consequences, that will help them, help to save their life. I see in my mind the little child outside playing in his front yard. And he kicks the ball, and the ball goes out to the street where there's oncoming traffic. And mama's sitting there watching the child play. And mama's watching the child about to run out into the street to get their ball. You know why? Only thing that child is thinking about is getting their ball. The child does not see the danger that's coming. Mother almost risked her own life running to snatch that child before it gets out into the street. See this in your mind. See the child. I mean, can you see the mother snatching that child and almost shaking that child? And don't you do that? Don't you do that? And in the mind of the little child, it's like, Mama, what did I do? What did I do? The child does not realize the danger. The child doesn't see that they were about to lose their life, about to get hit by a car and get killed. The child doesn't see that. But Mama, you see that. Daddy, you see that. That's the attitude we have to take to rescue our young people today. You see the danger coming, just like I said to that mother when I saw her little child, okay, who she was allowing to be around homosexual influences. I saw the danger coming. And instead of rescuing her child, she told me to mind my own business. Now look at her son today. When you see danger coming, those of us who are elders, who the Almighty and the ancestors have given the task of maintaining the standard of Ma'at, like I taught in the 65 teachings of Njia. Once you know Njia, speak it loudly. Proclaim the truth of Njia loudly. Okay? It's like we were taught, being the watchman on the wall. We're looking for danger to destroy our people. And when you see danger coming, the biblical text says it this way: cry loud and spare not, and lift up your voice like a trumpet in Zion, and show my people their wrongdoings. Show it to them. That's what I'm trying to do, y'all. Been trying to do that for the last 40 years, 40 plus years, man. Okay, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. I know many people are not gonna like what I say. I don't give a damn about that. I don't care that you don't like what I'm saying. I don't care that you're uncomfortable with what I'm saying. I don't care about that. Man, my time is about up here. Okay, I have lives to save. I gotta tell you the truth. I have to. I have to. I have to. Okay? If you suffer bad consequences because you didn't know, trust me, it won't be because I didn't tell you. Okay? And I hope you appreciate me telling you the truth. I really do. But if you don't appreciate it, it ain't going to stop me. I'm telling you now. I am a Ma'akaru. That's part of my spiritual name. Sa Ra Unkotep Ma'akaru Satepen Ra. Translated, it means a son of God who has been chosen by God to be a teacher of truth, resulting in the life and peace of the people. That's my spiritual assignment, family. Okay? So understand, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to do that. Okay? Because I don't want you to suffer the consequences that I see coming. How did the old folk used to say it? A hard head make a soft behind. All they were saying is you will suffer the consequences of your actions. That's all they were saying. Okay? That's all they were saying. Let's take the stand for the truth, family. Okay? And again, I want to say thank you, Sante Sana, for your supporting of my telling the truth. I see that Minister Herndon and you guys are back on. So let me reconnect you and bring you back up here on the screen. Okay. Were you guys able to hear the message today until when you were able to get back up? Good, good, good. In fact, let me make your mic live here, or you have yourself muted.
Yeah, there we go.
Good, good. I enjoyed. I'm so glad you guys are with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been good. Just being here to listen, to have the family back together, has truly been good. We've not been able to truly embrace each other, but basically sitting here together to glean the message and the teaching on today has been so dynamic. And we thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity.
No, thank you for making it happen.
Ashe family.
Look at my elders back there. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, this y'all. I'm so happy about this. Again, to Sister Queen Priscilla and Minister Herndon and others who may have helped to get this squared away. And hope what we'll do this week is be sure that we get to purchase a hotspot or modem that will be able to handle, this a lot better for you there. Okay. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I've missed the elders coming together. And again, thank you so much, Asante Sana, for making this happen. To our elders there. I see you guys are kind of spread out there, so honoring the social distancing. But again, Ed, and I hope you guys enjoyed today as well. The elders, I hope y'all enjoyed today as well. Yeah. And again, to all of you who have logged on to our chat room there and stated where you're from. And in fact, oh my goodness, look at that, man. We got over 500 people logged on today right here with us. And our numbers have been increasing. Brothers and sisters, as I always say, let's make the numbers grow. Okay. Share this, create watch parties, okay, to this teaching. Share this with your friends, okay, to help our number. Let's get this message out, man, to as many people as we can. All right. Every week, I'm trying to get our numbers to grow by a couple of thousand more each week. I was looking at our analytics. Is that what it's called, Minister Herndon? The analytics. That's what it's called. Yeah. Okay. When you get an idea of how many people have been logged on, and I noticed that those who don't get to watch us on Sunday, but they come back through the week and watch the teaching. And by the end of the week, sometime we've excelled 11 or 12,000 viewers within 1 week. And I think over the past month, we've reached well over 40 or 50,000 people in a month's time from just the teaching. So share our teaching, family, with the brothers and sisters around the world. Those of you in the motherland, share this YouTube. We're streaming now on another platform now. So we're on Facebook, two of our Facebook channels. We're streaming also on YouTube. We're streaming on, oh my goodness, what's the other one?
StreamYard.
Well, StreamYard is the one that's sending it out to all of them. But what's the other one? Periscope, that's what I'm trying to say. And we added this week Twitch, okay, which is Twitter's streaming video service. So we're streaming on many platforms now. So and we're going to be adding some more. Okay, so it's a wonderful thing, family. And again, to my elders there in St. Louis, I love y'all. Thank you so much for coming together today. And I see y'all waving. I'm waving to you guys also. It's just so good to see y'all today. Okay, thank you for coming out. And coming out of your homes and taking that chance of getting out there. And that's right. Mask up. Take your vitamins. Okay, and again, I tell y'all every week, vitamin C, 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C, 5,000 international units of vitamin D3 with K2 preferably, and 50 milligrams of zinc every day. Okay, take that every day to build your immune system. You'll be fine. All right, if you just take that, and of course, nothing replaces the real vitamin D. So get out there and get that sunshine. See, that's another thing that we got to see the reality behind appearance. They want everybody to stay in the house. You follow me? So staying in the house, what's happening? You're cutting off your sun rays. All right, you're cutting off that natural vitamin D. Okay, so get outside and get in the sun. Get in the rays of Ra. Okay, get outside and get that energy, real energy from the rays of Ra. Because see, we melaninated people, we absorb the sunlight. Okay, our skin is literally designed to absorb the energy of the sun. And that's what the Bible means when it says, he that hath the sun hath life. Because Ra in the sky gives us life, family. Okay, so don't let this programming stop you from getting some sunlight. All right? Okay. Let me invite you to log on to our radio station, okay, WBLR.com, all right, and listen to our 24/7 stream. Let me encourage you to do that. Hear the teachings 24 hours a day. Okay. Let me also invite you to join us on our Wednesday night live. Okay, where I do Q&A with Dr. Ray every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. At same website. Okay, the African Village website. All right. I also encourage you to make a donation, family. All right, to help us with our expenses here. In fact, let me put that there on the screen right now. I'm sure it's in the chat room. Okay, so let's do that now. Put it there so you can see how to make your donation. All right, what happened to it there? Yes. What happened to it? I don't see it. There we go. Okay, make your donations. If you're doing it by way of PayPal, there's our PayPal address, AfricanVillage1@AOL.com. If you're making a donation through Cash App, there's our Cash App address, okay? Cash tag Dr. Ray Hagins. If you're making a donation through Zelle, there's our Zelle address, rayhagins@gmail.com, which is my email address, okay? If you've enjoyed or learned something from the program today, like, Okay, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give me some thumbs up. Send me some hearts there, all right, to let me know that you got something out of today's teaching, all right? We have a job to do, family, and that job is to save our children, all right? We have to do that, man. And how do we do that? By teaching them the truth, not teaching them religion, not teaching them human opinion, not teaching them church traditions. No, teaching the truth. All right? That's how we have to save our children. Otherwise, they're going to engage in activities, and the consequences of those actions are going to be very negative, as they have been. All right? So let's do our job. All right? Well, family, come on. Let's sing our fun song. The African in me loves the African in you. When we come together, okay, ain't nothing we can't do. Oh, I'm getting messages here of donations coming in already, man. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Thank you for your donations. $50, $20, $10. Okay, I know. Yeah, I'm just doing that to let you know that. See, people are already donating. They're not waiting to donate. I love it. Thank you, family. Thank you so much, okay? Because you know what's really interesting? Even though we're not meeting, okay, we're still getting bills. We're still getting utility bills, for our gas bill, our electric bill, all that kind of stuff. Can you believe that dumb stuff? You know, the utility companies still want their money. So, hey, make a donation to help us. And not only that, but the expenses of having all this equipment and everything that we're using here. So, yeah, when it breaks down, we got to go out and buy new equipment. Yeah, so it costs. Liberation ain't cheap and it ain't free, okay? So make a donation today to help us continue to save the lives of our people. Got me? I'm not going to lie to you and say, if you pay your tithes, God gonna bless you in a wonderful way. I ain't gonna play that game with you. No. Okay. Okay. However, I will say that I've learned, and I can share this of a truth. I've learned that the more you support God's work, the more God supports you. Real simple. We used to sing a song, "You can't beat God giving." No, you can't beat God's giving. That's what it was. You can't beat God's giving no matter how you try. Okay. Well, I'm a witness to that, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm a witness. All right. And I so much for that. All right. Let's sing our fun song now. Okay. You're easy to love. Come, let's do that. And we're going to close out for today. And once again, elders, it was so good having you with us today. I hope we do this again next week. All right. Now that we just started it, let's not stop it. Right. Okay. Yeah. You're easy to love. Yeah. Yeah. The African in me love the African in you. Come on, everybody. African in me love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're easy. Easy to love. Yeah, you're easy to love. The African in me love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Oh yeah, you're easy. Yeah, easy to love. Oh yes. The blackness in me, love the blackness in you. The blackness in me, love the blackness in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Oh, 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 you're easy. You're easy to love. Oh, yeah. Let's do the principles of my art. The truth. Come on. Truth that's in me. Love the truth that's in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy, yeah. Oh, 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 you're easy. Easy to love. Yes, you're easy to love. Justice, the justice in me. Love the justice in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy. Oh, 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 you're easy. Yeah, 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 you're easy to love. You're easy to love. The righteousness in me loves the righteousness in you. Come on. The righteousness in me. Love the righteousness in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy. Oh, oh, you're easy. Hey, you're easy to love. Let's close out with the African in me. Love the African in you. Come on, everybody. The African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. 'Cause you're easy. Yeah, you're so easy. Yeah, you're easy to love. Once again, family, I've enjoyed having you guys with me today. Thank you so much for making time, taking time out of your schedule to join me. It's been wonderful. It's been powerful. I admire you. We use the word admire from the Kemet language, which means I love you. All right. I admire you. To all of you who logged on today, I see you there. Thank you for being with me today. It's been wonderful. Those of you there in St. Louis, okay. By the way, to Sister Valerie Henson, who's our office manager there. She's been going by the village, okay, and making the deposits for your donations. So thank you very much for that as well. You've come together today, so you guys can do that. And Sister Valerie will handle her part, okay, for you there. Again, I love you guys. Thank you so much for loving me and supporting me, especially y'all right there in St. Louis for the last 22 plus years. Thank you so much, all right? You guys out there, stay strong. Brothers and sisters online, stay strong. Hey, man, until next week, we'll see you then, okay? Peace. Hey, 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 you're easy, yeah. Oh, 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 you're easy. Yeah, 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 you're easy to love.